Hello everyone, today we're going to be making Lowtiergod's Godlike baked spaghetti. Now there's a couple things before I go through the ingredient list here. Now he has a 3-part video for this series. The first one where he buys the products, the second one where he cooks it, and the third where he eats it. Now when I watched this and went to the store for the stuff, I watched the second video first, not realizing there was one before it. And then I just recently in the last hour or so watched him actually eat it. So we're gonna do a couple weird things with this. First, I didn't realize that this isn't like a traditional recipe he would make all the time. It's just something he wanted to do. But in his original video when he went shopping, he went and got one of the round chunk packets of 7327 meat. And when I watched the video, I was thinking, man, he doesn't eat anything but lean meat, so I just went and picked 8515 because I figured he wouldn't get something that fatty. But he did, and he wanted to get lean meat, but I guess he wanted to make a ghetto style recipe. So I'm going to do a couple things different here based on what I could find. So they didn't have any of those big smaller versions of those packets at the grocery store, and obviously because of Corona, Walmart's not somewhere I'd go anymore. So I got 8515, that way we can cook out the fat later, and I got a little under 1.25 pounds. I got just a pound of Barilla spaghetti. He gets like a 3-pound great value box of spaghetti because he's trying to make it like a ghetto dish that his mom would have made, or like somebody from the hood would make. You're gonna need garlic pepper. Now he gets the Lowry's kind of garlic pepper, but I didn't find that in my store. They have Lowry's seasoned salt, which you also need, but we're going to use this McCormick's garlic pepper today. You're going to need garlic salt, and you're going to need crushed red pepper flakes. You're going to need 1 can of traditional prego. Don't get the other kinds, get the traditional prego. You're going to need sharp cheddar cheese, which they didn't have any in the packets. The cheese section was all wiped out today, so I got a brick of it and then I grated it myself. And then you're going to need one of these nice tins here, and you're also going to need some any kind of spray you want. Pan. I'm going to use this Everlight. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spray our pan down real nice, get the sides of it real good, and then we're going to go get some water for our pasta. We'll get this boiling. Go. You want to add, we'll put your lid right on here. Alright, and we're going to go grab a pair of gloves, and I'm going to start with the meat first. Alright, so I got our ground beef, got my gloves on, so I want to open up our ground beef. And try not to touch it. We're going to put it right in our pan. There we go. Oh shit, it's not on. We got to turn this on. There we go. We'll turn it on about medium-high heat. Now you want to get yourself a nice metal spatula here, because we want to chop this down really good. We want to kind of grind this into dust as it's cooking. Oh shit, I forgot to pan spray this pan. Let me put this back in the thing real quick here. Let me spray this pan here with some pan. There we go. That's better. Now we'll come over and we'll do that again. There we go. That's a little bit better. God damn, I can't even follow a recipe right today to save my life. So we're gonna chop this down really good, and we're gonna wait for it to come up. Alright, you can start to hear it. We're gonna press down a little bit on our meat, try and cut all the way through here. And hear it start to sizzle up. It's going to take a while. Like I said, we want to grind this into a nice fine dust. You want to hear yourself kind of slapping the pan a little bit here. Ooh, foam's kind of falling off the... There we go. Alright. You have a nice paper plate ready so you can put your spatula on it. So we're going to start with our seasonings. We're going to do the garlic pepper first. We got quite a bit of meat, so we want to have quite a bit of seasoning in there. We're going to do the seasoned salt. Actually, we're going to do the garlic salt. Excuse me. garlic salt. Good. Now we want to do the red pepper flakes. Try and get just a little bit out of there. Yeah, that should be good. And then now we want to use some of this Lowry seasoned salt. Now this stuff tastes pretty good. I never had it before. I'll get a nice coating in there. Good. You can see the meat starting to brown up. That's a good thing. We want to make sure that we get it all nice and extra well done. We don't want to have no issues with this. Now, honestly, I would like to see LTG do some more of this crap. I think he had a cool personality while he's doing it, so I think he somewhat enjoyed making it anyway. You can't go wrong as long as you're having fun with something. I think this is the type of person I would hang out with versus his actual stream self, but I don't know. Alright, I'm going to let that go for a little bit. I'm going to cover it. So I got it covered. You can see it's starting to cook in there and sweat in there a little bit with the red meat. We'll uncover it and we'll mix it around a little bit here shortly. Make sure you wash off your raw spatula here. We'll put a little water on here. We're going to soap it right up. Make sure it looks really nice. Get the handle. Mix it right off. We're going to do this about another 1 time or so. Get paper towel. Get it right down. See here, meat's starting to brown, starting to get some of that nice fat flavor coming out. We're going to give it a little bit longer to cook in the fat here. You can see it's still pretty pink, and you can see that one specifically, it's still pretty pink. We're going to give it a little bit longer in the fat, and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so you can see it's looking pretty good. We got some fat in here. So what we want to do is we're going to come over to the sink. I had to get a rag. We're going to drain that juice right out. You don't want to get your arteries clogged from that shit. Look at this. We're going to drain this right out. There we go. Look at how nice and dry that meat is. Oh yeah, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to put it right back on the flame, which I still have running. And now since we got rid of all that fat in there, we got to re-season this thing. So we're going to take all of our stuff and re-season her up. So I can flatten her out. Ooh. I went a little crazy with that. Be alright though. There we go. Some more of this red pepper flake in here. That should be good. Get a little bit more of the seasoned salt in here. Mix that back up. Some of these big chunks in here, we don't want them to be that big. Now what we're looking for, this is about where I would probably normally eat it, but we want this to be extra well done. Not like a hockey puck or anything, but pretty well done. When it starts sticking to the bottom of the pan by itself, it's probably when it's going to be about ready. That's when we'll start cooking it for like 2 more minutes afterwards. So I'm going to leave it go here. And we're going to put in our spaghetti. So I'll take whatever amount of spaghetti you got, which I have pounds here. There we go. Just drop that shit right in there. We'll take a little bit of salt and put it right in there. We'll cover this back up and we'll wait for it to come up. I'm going to stir this around one more time. Oh yeah, see we're starting to stick to the bottom just a tiny bit. I gotta keep grinding this shit up. I don't want it to be this thick. Oop, put a little bit on the side there. God damn it. Such a messy cook tonight, I don't know why. Actually, I'm a messy cook all the time. I think somebody commented on that. So I'm going to answer that then. I'm a very messy cook, unintentionally. Usually because I use the wrong size pans for stuff. Oh yeah, we're getting about where we want to be. So we're going to let this go for another minute or two and I'll be back. I guess I won't be back too quick. See how it's bubbling up already? We'll take the lid off this thing. Now LTG told me that's about when it's done and ready, but that's not even close. It just went in. So we're going to need probably 10 minutes or so on that. I turn the heat down a little bit. Now we want to put the sauce in here. So we're going to take our prego, and when you hear that pop, that's when you know this shit is nice and fresh. We're going to dump our prego all throughout our meat. Oh yeah. Shake it a little bit. Now what you want to do is we want to get the rest of this prego out. So we're going to come over to the sink. We're going to fill it halfway up with some water. We're going to shake it around a little bit. We want to try to get the rest of that prego sauce out of here. And dump it right in. Mix her around. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good actually. Alright, now we want to do one more thing while this is heating back up. We want to re-season this one last time. So we're going to put a little bit of garlic pepper in here. That's good. A little bit more garlic salt. I'm just going to do a light amount. A couple more crushed red pepper flakes. And a little bit more of this seasoned salt. Perfect. Alright, just a second to stir my pasta around. Some tongs to do that. Looking pretty good though. I also noticed I do this pinching thing. A lot of people commented on that too. I just can't help it. The sound sounds so good with the metal clanging. It's just a cool thing to do. We'll see how it smells. Oh yeah, that smells really good actually. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a cheat. Now while we're on the subject, he puts sharp cheddar cheese on top of it when he bakes it, which I need to turn the oven on. Turn your oven on. I'm gonna do 375 for this one, but he said that I watched the third part where he tasted it, and he said that the sharp cheddar ruins this dish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually save a little bit of this meat sauce on the side, and maybe got a little bit out of there. Maybe only put half of my pot with the sharp cheddar on it. And I think that should help this out a little bit. I'm going to kind of cheat and have a taste of this and burn myself a little bit. I'm kind of interested. That's actually pretty good. I'll get back to it. I'll come back when we're ready. While I'm washing dishes, which you'll need this metal spatula again when we cut the final product, I received a $20 tip and it says here, 1v1 me, you faggot, any game that you like. Alright, I'll take you up on that. Alright, so I'm actually happy with it, so we're going to take it off the stove, turn her off. I turned off the meat sauce as well. We're going to come over to our colander here. Dive right in. We're going to hit it with some cold water. Yeah, spraying it. I like to spray it with this instead. It's cold water, so it doesn't hurt nothing. Well, this works better than my damn sink. Right, we got our spaghetti done, so I'm just gonna do a nice layer of our spaghetti. I'm gonna save a little bit off the side. I'm gonna put it right inside that meat sauce over there. So I'm thinking with that meat sauce tasting so good, I don't want to ruin this. So we're gonna do, now in his video he does half of this with a little covering of sharp cheddar. So I'm gonna do just a light covering on the bottom. You can mix it all around if you want in that side of there. So we'll mix it a little bit. There we go. Let's get our meat sauce now. Pour our meat sauce right in here. Oh yeah, perfecto. Take our spatula and smooth it out throughout the pan. There we go. And we'll put our shredded cheddar on the one side. You don't want to still use too much, but you want to use a nice little coating of it so you get a nice crispy top. What should I do? I'm going to do, since it's going to be baked anyway, I'm going to do half with a little bit of mozzarella. I'm just going to put like a light coating of mozzarella on this side. Just because it has to be baked. If it didn't have to be baked, I probably won't put this on here. Alright, our oven should be good. So we're going to want to wrap this with foil. Make sure it's nice and wrapped tight. You don't have to put a hole in it or anything. And now for extra laziness and convenience, I'm going to do one more thing. Hang on. Alright, so I just put it on a tray. That'd be easier for me to get it in and out of the oven. We'll go right in, and we're going to do this at 375 for 30 minutes. Should be fine. So we'll come back in 30 minutes. Now, here's a viewer video of how to cut an onion. Big ups Jake Treola for the video. I will put it anytime I have to cut up the onion.
I have been tasked with cutting this very onion for the Should I series in the event that he needs an onion cut. Now, what I'm going to do is... What do you want? No. Last time I listened to you, I ran out of toilet paper. And that is a very hot commodity right now. Alright, that's it. I've had enough of you. We're putting you in the freezer. Alright, in you go. Well, anyway, we gotta get that guy peeled. Okay, we got it peeled. Now we need to wash it, because every single onion needs a proper washing. You can't have any of those non-existent germs getting in your food. Well, let's get washing. A little bit of dish soap on here. Perfect. Yep. Alright. Looking better already. Actually, I gotta. I don't think that's enough. Yeah, okay. Some cleaning wipes. If I can tear one off with one hand, let's see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just really clean up that onion. Actually, I don't even think it's safe to touch an onion without gloves on. Alright, all gloved up. I don't have a quarantine suit, so this is just going to have to do. I'm going to keep on scrubbing this for a hot minute. I'll get back to you when I'm done. Okay, all clean now. Definitely a close call. We do not want an onion that isn't clean because they make pesticides now that soak into the onion for no reason at all. And that is real. Do not look it up. Anyway, I want to get to my experimental cutting method for this onion. Isn't gonna make sense now, but it will later, so don't you worry. Gonna want to give it a mouth here. We're gonna need to give him some big, scary red eyes. And now that I'm thinking of it, we're gonna give him horns, just in case the onion is Catholic. Okay, time to unveil my experimental cutting method that I'm going to use on the onion. First, we have the scary demon face. Once the onion sees that, it's going to get scared and run right through that knife right there that I've got propped up on tuna cans. So we're going to put the onion here and just see if he goes for it. Ah, nice. Cut it right in half. Perfect. Oh, he's just going to go right under the knife now. Ah, dang it. True this friggin' scary face for nothing. Terrible idea. It's not even funny. Oh my... What? Did you do this? You did, didn't you? How the hell did you get out of the freezer? I mean, thanks, I guess, but you're going back in. I still don't like you. You're gonna have to do more than cut an onion for me. Oh, there you go, I guess. That's how you cut an onion.
Alright, it's been 30 minutes. Let's shut this off. Let's see how this bad boy looks. Get this out of here. Alright, we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna do it pretty quick. Whatcha? Oh yeah, look at that. That looks... How's it smell? It doesn't smell too bad. Looks pretty good. So give me a minute to let this cool and go get some stuff and we'll dig in. Now remember, we want only the finest of china for this, so paper plates only. Now this is that little bit of spaghetti and meat I saved earlier. Now obviously the left hand side is the one I did with mozzarella cheese, and this one is actually his. So I'm going to take a little square out of here. Now this is, I'm actually kind of excited because this is the first time I've had baked spaghetti that we actually boiled the spaghetti first. So we'll take that out. And I'm actually going to take a little more of that meat out of there. Alright. I'm going to take a section of this one too. We'll take this right here, will be good. Fill a little bit. Hot. Well, there's one test we gotta check before we eat it. Does it slide around on the plate? Nope, it doesn't ice skate around on the plate as well as his did. But that's because I'm using real paper plates, not that cheap crap. Alright, so we got Lowtiergod's part here, mine up here, and then the little bit of meat sauce I left from earlier. So we'll try his first. We'll get a little bit of the spaghetti. You can see it. It's not really undercooked, but I'll get some of the spaghetti in the meat. Let me get a little less spaghetti on there. There we go, and that meat had some cheese sauce over it. This is good. I actually like this. Maybe I used a little less cheese than he did, but wow, I'm impressed. I don't know why he didn't like his version so much. Maybe I didn't drain the fat out enough. Maybe he had too much pepper and stuff, but I think this is really good. Wow. I'm gonna have a piece with the mozzarella on there and get a little bit of that noodle. Excuse me, I'm still eating the rest of it. Yeah, this is... I'm probably going to eat all this. This is actually really good. Good job, Lowtiergod. You should make this again. I don't know why you didn't like this. This is fantastic. I was annoyed because I thought it would be like Kay's. I thought the pasta would be crap, and I know there was quite a bit of seasoning on there. I mean, we seasoned it 3 times. And I'm not a big sharp cheddar guy, but this is excellent. I should probably go over the flavor profile a little bit before I end the video. But you can see there's like a little bit of the sauce in there, but that's still good. I mean, that peppery flavor is just fantastic. I think the seasonings really bring it out. Spaghetti's cooked perfectly. I mean, it tastes like a really good hamburger. And that sharp cheddar isn't obnoxious. I barely even taste it. Maybe I didn't get a piece with enough sharp cheddar on there. I'm gonna eat this whole thing anyway, so I'll take this. Hot. No, that sharp cheddar works on there great. I have no idea why he didn't like this. I think if you're gonna make a pasta recipe, you should try and make this. I guess I can't put all my thoughts together too well, but I wanted to say one more thing. If you guys watch my Dark Side Phil recipe, I said that shit was 4 hours of nonsense and you could have just doctored up a can of Prego. This is it. This is legitimately it. This is doctoring up a can of Prego and the meat and taking half that time, not even half that time, like a quarter of that time to make a decent dinner. I'm just blown away. Good job. I hope you keep making more of these and not put them behind a paywall. Come on, I want to kick his fucking ass, this fucking scrub. This is a real fucking fighting game. God fucking damn it! Fuck this fucking game.